seems like uncharted territory, but I don't think it is. It
Oh,
feels
no.
like that, but I don't think it is. So it's just like,
Yeah.
next phase up.
Yeah. That's, that's the humanness and a little bit of our spiritual ego, I think. Because, I would say that everything we just got done talking about is like we literally just explained that, we don't have five senses. Then it's there and then it's always been available to us.
You just didn't recognize it, yeah. Or
Yeah,
you didn't
it
you have belief
recognized
systems, you know what I mean? The
it's a choice.
beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming back to the question that you were asking, like, well, then why don't some people do it? Is like there are going to be people who are not yet at the crossroads of realizing that it's their choice, you know, that maybe the people that those kind of people that we're encountering and experiencing are just the people living through those memories.
Well,
You get what I
that's
mean?
yeah, that's something
They're
to
just living through the memories.
yeah.
And like when people are in the state of living through memories, they're more easily coerced or more easily, maybe coerced is a little harsh of a word, but they're more easily corralled into ideas and ideology. And there's another word there that it's not coming to me, but you know what I mean? So you get like the herd mentality.
Yeah. The influence aspect.
Influence, yeah. Which really, like, when you mentioned it, brought me back to that movie that you had, that you were like, oh, you're gonna watch it if you haven't seen it, that Fifth Wave movie.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is because that guy at the end, he was like, I realized that it's a choice. Like that was a perfect mirror to what we were just talking about. Is like he had turned off his ability to choose, but then he turned it back on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's so bizarre. Like I guess entertainment. I don't know. I
Oh,
swear
excuse me. Whoa.
I swear I s- well, you and we've talked about this before, but just like sometimes I still sit in awe and I'm surprised. That's the word. I'm surprised sometimes still, even though I know better, but you're still surprised how you draw in certain things to for your entertainment purposes. Just put it that way. That's how that the other movie came to me because you and I were talking about. I swear because we were looking at maps. You know bantering, in the group chat or our chat about the maps, and then Geostorm pops up. You know what I mean? It was like, oh,
Yes.
we recommend that you watch this today.
Well, we always say like, or at least I always say like, higher self, feel free to amaze me.
Right. So now this new show popped up into my awareness yesterday. It's
Well,
called
what's that?
Refugees. Have you ever heard of it? I've
Well,
never heard of it.
jeez, I mean, can you tell me what it's about?
It's about um all of these people show up. They're like naked, but they have like this light beacon in the middle of their chest, which would be in the same similar position as your heart center, but like it's a physical light you can see. And they're from the future and they had to come back. They had no choice. They had to come back. So there's like I'm talking mobs and mobs of people, like an entire planet of people descended on Earth because they had to come back in time. And one of the caveats to coming back is that they couldn't contact their family members to discuss the future. And if they do, then they are taken away.
Well, interesting, because that totally just encompasses everything we just talked about.
That's why I was when you were talking, I was like, I I'm constantly surprised how things are being fed through the entertainment algorithms because that's what it is. It's suggestions because that's how I find them. They're like, oh, we think you'll like this, and then I find these things that I've never heard of.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. But also, like, in a way, it is speeding things up.
Yeah. So if that's the next, you know what I mean? Like it's just like where the first of all, it's the setting isn't an American show, which is probably why I've never heard of it before. But they are talking English, but it's definitely a foreign TV show, right? Like it's not an American TV show. Like it probably wasn't aired on American networks. But it's
Mhm.
actually pretty good. I mean, it's interestingly good. I'm intrigued, but I mean, like the thought processes of like that whole, you know, time aspect. So yeah, I'm just constantly surprised at what the universe is delivering. I don't know. I'll share you with that one. It's called Refugees on Prime.
Okay, I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah. So I don't know. Just find it entertaining.
I mean, without a doubt, especially since a lot of this stuff is like either things we'd never heard of and it's like 8 years old,
Yeah, it's like 2015.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, or like,
The show, I guess, was aired in 2015. I'm like, okay. Like in
okay.
2015, it would have never, ever.
Well, I mean, in 2015, maybe it wasn't our 2015.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I know. When you were explaining that with the,
Who knows? I mean, I don't know. All I can say is that it's a possibility. It wasn't our 2015.
no, it wasn't clearly. I don't even know who played out my 2015 because it wasn't me.
Well,
The only
that's
thing I can
interesting. Yeah,
say, I'm like, I don't know who lived 2015 because it wasn't me. Oh gosh, that's funny.
that is interesting
I cracked myself up.
because it's like you were a walk-in for yourself,
Yeah.
which makes a lot of sense because like you have some like muddy, distant memory, but like you can't recall it.
I, you know, I
I
mean,
mean, at least that's how it feels to me.
the only thing that I can rationalize is that I was doing exactly what you just explained about Power Up. But I was
Oh,
there, but I
okay.
wasn't there. Like, because I have no, like, I mean, I have glimpses, and there are certain things, like special things. I would say special when it's probably connected to you guys. Like, you know, those, stand out, but like just, what the fuck happened in 2015? I don't know.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong version.
Yeah, like I don't know. I have no reference point as to what was going on in 2015. That's sometimes I like if I have to really recall something, like if the boys are asking me something, I literally have to like, "Well, where were we? Sometimes I have to, sift and get a geolocation on it to say where were we in that time span so that I can try to figure it out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like okay, so
And
relationship
also,
was like
also if
where
it's
were we
not
at
like coming from,
2015?
yeah, biolocate.
Yeah, I had to biolocate in order to even dial it in,
Right.
right?
And
Because
it's probably it's definitely more difficult when it's not coming from your natural. You know what I mean? Like it
No,
wasn't you that asked you to do that. Right.
no, it's like, my the question might be, "Oh, do you remember so and so and when this happened?" I'm like, "Mm, no." Oh, where were we? Like, "No, can't say I do." And then they're staring at me like, "You don't remember that?" I'm like, No." Clearly I was there. Version of myself was standing there. So, yeah, that's kinda funny. Yeah, not our version of 2015. No, 'cause, clearly the work we've been doing is, you know, I don't know. There's pockets. There's pockets.